This video is sponsored by Helsinki Metal Festival 2023.
Hello everybody out there, this is Kai.
And Michael.
And we are booked for the Helsinki Metal Fest as headliners on the
11th of August.
After
After all the cancellations and stuff, we're happy to finally come to your country.
Yeah. Come
See you
watch
there
us.
then.
Yeah.
Hi and welcome to Rauta's Black Metal Reviews. This time we have a fourth album by this Finnish band Valhalla Bound, and this one is called Spartan Youth. Running for a little bit more than 30 minutes, this one features quite a few tracks and is very simple, bare-boned, old-school raw end of black metal. There are no lyrics included with this release, so it's just a plain CD with kind of a bare-boned digipack release, and here it just says Valhalla Bound, established 2016. This means that within 7 years or so the band has been all the way quite active, releasing 4 different albums and also a split a couple of years ago. I haven't heard the first album, Hail the Warrior, as far as I can tell, but those 2 other ones and now this third one, there's something that I have been reviewing past few years. And what makes it interesting here that on Metal Archives as well, it says there are no lyrics to be released anywhere. So you don't have the physical copy, no on online either, and all that stuff. Nor it says anything about lineup and so forth. So this is one of the more mysterious, peculiar bands in terms of coming from Finland. I have some ideas who might be involved, but since they are not facts, there is no point really to speculate on that, but just focus on the music. Now, since there are no lyrics, there are no topics mentioned, you can only make wild guesses based on the track names, like Spartan Youth, or go more into extreme ways saying mass genocide and terrors. So there is something very dangerous in that. Now if you then again take a look at this cover, nothing really here indicates anything dangerous, more like some doodling by some, I don't know, elementary school kid who has just way too much time during a class. Jokes aside, Valhalla Bound has always been, as far as I can tell, very primitive black metal with a little bit nod towards punk and all that stuff. Now, some people call that for a reason punkish black metal. I wouldn't go as far. I would just say this is raw black metal. That is, this is definitely more nodding to bands like Ildjarn than anything else. That goes from the simple drum machine to the very bare-boned and simple riffs as well. So everything here is kind of a punky in that sense that the riffs are indeed just something very simple chord playing and all that stuff. And when you have drum machine which roughly sounds like, and you get the idea where this is going to. So it's very simple. Now, obviously for a lot of people, especially those who favor more melodic, symphonic, more orchestrated, and that kind of black metal, they're gonna not like this. This is way too primitive, much like Ildjarn and other bands in that department are. And as such, I would say this is for the more dedicated souls there among the extreme metal scene. Those who then again favor punk or raw end primitive black metal might actually like this quite a bit. There are a couple of things, however, which I want to point out, which in my opinion dilute the overall experience a little bit. They are not big ones, but something that, kind of removes the maximum amount of review score points, in my opinion anyway. They are clean singing ones. Now, that is not dominating the whole album, but that's something that makes your eyebrows rise, like, what the hell is going on? I mean, as opposed to the rather raspy general black metal vocals, which are more present and dominating the album. The other thing is they'll use a little bit of use of synthesizers, and sometimes you will hear very goofy synthesizer drum machine doing the kind of a weird beats, which is like, why? Also there are other keyboard parts, but they're less dominating and as such less peculiar in nature. Third thing is drum machine, but that I don't so much count as a minus point here. The thing here is, it kind of reminds me what Ildjarn is also doing. I would just say this would sound more grim, more powerful if it was done some real analog drums, doing the very simple pounding once again instead of doing like this. But this is just beyond the point, and I mean, if you can handle the riffs, you probably can go on with the drum machine and all that stuff. Maybe those little bit goofy elements are a little bit like, why? But it is what it is. It's not, you can change it. Compare this to the previous album, and I would say that is a tad bit better because, you know, these little flaws on this one. Spartan Youth is, however, despite quite okay an album in the department that is very, very thin and small subgenre box. I'm saying there are not too many bands which are this primitive and, once again, bare-boned. And I think that is something that makes this kind of a more appealing. I mean, there are not too many bands which are doing this kind of a raw end of black metal, this kind of a simplistic ways. Way too many bands go all the way lo-fi and just kind of a tarnish the whole structure with songwriting and riffs, whereas Valhalla Bound is just bravely showing what they have. They're not hiding with it like super lo-fi and crappy production. The production can be quite primitive and, you know, raw and unpolished, but at least it makes a lot of sense in this context, much like Ildjarn does. So in that sense, I would say go for Spartan Youth, especially if you like the previous ones. You're bound to like this one. However, the train goes the opposite direction as well. If you didn't like the previous Valhalla Bound ones, this is not gonna change your mind. I'm pretty sure of it. Now, this being said, links provided in the description box. Check the music and all that stuff, and I hope you like it. Click like and subscribe if you like the video. If not, whatever.